Left-handers may derive an advantage in interactive sports if they are, on average, always better than right-handers at these sports. One suggestion is that left-handers are more successful because they have relatively larger right hemispheric brain regions and thus better visual and spatial skills than right-handers. Such an advantage would always favor left-handers over right-handers, irrespective of their relative frequencies. Alternatively, left-handers might enjoy a strategic advantage because they are more accustomed to right-hand competitors than vice versa. Cricket is one sport in which left-handers enjoy an advantage, and are present more often than expected from their frequency in the general population. It is often asserted by television commentators that a combination of one left-handed and one right-hand batsman is more difficult to bowl to because the bowler has continually to readjust the line that he bowls. Such an effect would favor teams with similar numbers of left and right-handers to create more batting combinations of mixed-handedness, and thereby result in negative frequency-dependent batting success. Method. We analyzed scorecards and ball-by-ball commentary records from 39 group matches played by the 14 teams in the 2003 Cricket World Cup in South Africa. To test for an advantage of batting in combination with a same or opposite-handed batsman, paired sample t-tests were used. Only batsmen that were paired at least once with a right-hander and once with a left-hander were used in this analysis. To test for overall advantages to batsmen of left-handedness over right-handedness, data from all batsmen were used. Batting averages and balls faced per innings were limited to batsmen that were dismissed at least once, and thus have smaller samples than run rate comparisons. Results. Out of 177 players who batted, 42, the 24%, did so left-handed. The frequency of left-handers in the top 3 places in the batting order was 47%, falling to 12% among the last 3 batsmen, suggesting that left-handed batsmen enjoy an advantage in one-day international cricket. Team success was positively associated with the percentage of innings by left-handed batsmen, peaking at 50.5%. This has 2 implications. First, batting success was maximized when teams had a mix of left and right-handers, strongly suggesting frequency dependence. Second, this peak was close to 50%, suggesting that batting lineups with similar numbers of left and right-handed batsmen are optimal and that other factors linked to handedness do not alter the optimum balance in the batting lineup. Batsmen did not perform better in left-right-hand combinations. Comparison of the overall performance of individual batsmen with same-handed and opposite-handed partners revealed no difference in run rate, batting average or balls per dismissal. There is thus no evidence to support the commentators' assertions that the partnership of a left and a right-hander is of greatest value to a batting team. Left-handers did not score at faster rates than right-handers. They did, however, bat for longer before being dismissed and thus had higher batting averages even when the effect of batting order was statistically removed. Left-handers were less likely to be dismissed by a bowler's wicket than were right-handers. The ability of left-handers to bat for longer than right-handers may be due either to their inherent superiority or, as suggested by the Figure 1, to a frequency-dependent strategic effect of bowlers having less experience bowling to them. We therefore predicted that any such strategic benefit would be most pronounced against weaker bowling teams with less experience at bowling to left-handers. We used the proportion of all partnerships against a bowling side that were broken with a bowler's wicket as an index of the side's bowling proficiency. The advantage enjoyed by left-handers was far greater against weaker bowling teams and disappeared against stronger bowling attacks. This suggests that the left-handers have a strategic advantage that decreases as left-handers become more common in a competition because bowlers become more adept at bowling when left-handers are relatively common. The advantage enjoyed by left-handers over weaker bowling lineups and the lack of a detectable cost to left-handed batting at the World Cup might lead one to predict that the relationship between batting success and proportion of left-handed innings should be linear rather than quadratic. To some extent, then, the success of teams with more left-handers at the World Cup may be due to a correlation between the strength of domestic leagues and the success of left-handers in winning national selection.